Dawson Rider Review.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of Legendary Ranger Key Packs Wave 7. This is hopefully the last wave. I think like 2 waves ago, like in Wave 5, I said it was the last one, which it was supposed to be originally, and then they decided to come out with more keys, and they gave us 2 more waves, which were essentially is totes a word. Essentially like a 6th Ranger Key wave. But so anyway, quite a while ago, the first one came out and it had a bunch of packs with some pretty neat releases, I thought. This is the second wave of that sort of 6th Ranger thing with also some 6th Ranger releases, but maybe not some quite as neat ones. They were spotted quite a while ago at Toys R Us, so, but they weren't like everywhere, so they just recently came online on ToysRUs.com and have started being spotted everywhere else. So if you're looking for them, that's where they are as at this moment. This will probably mean nothing to anybody watching this in the future. To me, these keys have been gone for centuries. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. Sorry, there's a bit of a tight space as there usually is in terms of fitting everyone on screen. But this wave includes, I believe this is just 2nd key packs for everyone. I think the only series to get a 3rd key pack was MMPR. So we've got In Space, Time Force, Wild Force, Dino Thunder, Operation Overdrive, Jungle Fury, and Samurai. So as per usual, we're just going to take a look at each key, and then I will do sound for 1 key in each pack since they all contain the same sound. It would be way overkill to do, you know, taking a look at sounds for every single key. Alright, so In Space, you got this translucent Red Ranger here. This is probably one of the more boring packs. Since the Silver Ranger key was an exclusive to that large Ranger key set that had the Legendary Morpher and like a key for each series, they did not give a Silver Ranger. So for this you have translucent blue, regular yellow, and translucent red here. So there's really not too much to write home about this guy. He is the In-Space Red key, but translucent. I'll talk more about that I think near the end about my annoyance at what they did with that. Here's this key mode, and here's the sounds. This is what all 3 In-Space Ranger keys do. And then, of course, the famous secondary sound. Would have been funny if I said, this is what the In-Space Ranger key does, and then it goes like, Operation Overdrive or something. That's been known to happen. Alright, so that is that dude. And, alright, then you also get a translucent blue. So another key we've already gotten, but in translucent, which is kind of annoying. I mean, I think it's funny that they didn't want to touch the Silver Ranger or Quantum, here's yellow, for these packs in any sort of translucent way, but they did go ahead and do, I forgot to show the little key mode for the other one, but they did go ahead and do Wolf Ranger, who was a Morphicon exclusive. So, now she just fell over. Just in case anyone's like, you forgot to show the key mode. Look, it's key mode, but translucent. But yeah, I think that's interesting and kind of a weird choice, and they could have at least given pink, I think, for these. I mean, the thing of it is I'm not too upset about getting wasn't too upset about getting whole teams until they did this, in which it would have been so easy. Alright, so now here's Time Force, which also doesn't include a 6th Ranger speciality because Quantum came with that special Morpher set. So we have a translucent Time Force Red here. Boom. Alright, let's check out its sounds. I'm pretty sure at this point in time, everybody knows the sounds that these are going to make. I mean, it's been 7 waves, we're halfway through Dino Charge now, and we're still getting Ranger keys. The Helena Cassadine of Power Ranger toys, they just not want to go away. Alright, then we do get a pink Ranger key here, which is for Jen, which is neat. Like I said, these were just so close to being complete teams. Like, if they would have given us, maybe the translucent red or whatever, and then like pink and yellow, it would have been perfect. Wait, I didn't mean to do that. I'm leaving 1 for each, I just got into a habit. That's what happens when I start talking. It's like, I think it was the last review that Jen fell over. No, that I was like, alright, put them all back in regular mode, and then I kept forgetting to. Or I kept putting them back in regular mode, and I said I was going to keep them in key mode. Alright, then we got translucent green, which is also just kind of pointless. Unless you're like really into those translucent versions. I know there's a lot of people that like those, but I usually only care for those if, you know, we've already gotten everyone. Even then, I don't really care for them, but I see it as more of an okay practice after that. Damn it. These guys love to fall over. Like, I'm just waiting for the domino effect. Alright. Wild Force is now where we're actually starting to get some interesting stuff, and by interesting, I mean a 6th Ranger. Got the Lunar Wolf Ranger right here, which is a pretty cool looking key. Kind of like with the other metallic Ranger keys, he has a really nice shine to him. The silver shines really well. It's a good looking Ranger key. So now we actually have a decent pack going on here. Not pack, get it? Because like wolves and packs. You guys are with me. No, you're not. I'm insane. Let's hope after this I can actually go put away the legendary morpher up in my displays or something. This has just been down in my review station for like 10 years, I swear. Okay, and then you have a translucent, well actually this is a little bit different. It's a translucent black, but it's got a bit of like a glittery shine to it, of the Black Ranger. It's actually kind of neat looking, I'm going to be honest. And his key actually, I don't know if you can tell, it looks like he's looking down. I don't remember if that was a thing in his regular key, and his face looks a little deformed. But I think it's kind of a neat looking color. I think it's definitely more neat than the translucent key knockoffs. This is what we call a naked Ranger key, guys. Sometimes, guys, Ranger keys get pantsed. It's a problem. That's actually, I think, one of the first or few times that's ever happened to me in a review, nonetheless. But yeah, I heard that's a huge problem for a lot of people. But I haven't had it happen that often. I think maybe a grand total of 5 times, maybe? I don't know. Alright, and then we have Yellow Ranger here. These keys are actually probably some of the weakest in terms of these ones, because like it just looks so blank, and then you just have the little symbol there. But see, this one would have been so easy. Even though I think the Iron Bison has kind of a neat color to it, we could have had silver and the 2 girls, boom, complete. Now Dino Thunder here is sort of interesting because it lets you believe you're getting more other Rangers, but you're not really. You have a translucent red here. Now I don't remember if it was ever a key at all, but would have been neat. Instead of this, what about a Triassic Ranger key? That would have been perfect. Like I said, I don't remember if that was ever a key in Gokaiger or Super Megaforce. I don't think it was in Super Megaforce, but I don't remember if it was in Gokaiger. But regardless, it would have been cool. Okay. Now, and then with this one, we get a, damn it, domino effect. We get another Black Ranger key, which is also the same sort of neat, glittery, translucent effect that Black Wild Force has. Problem is, this makes you think, oh, we're getting 2 extra Rangers in this pack. No, we already got him in the core Dino Thunder pack. No Kira in that pack. Kira was in that, also in that special morpher set. So, yeah. If we had already gotten everybody, like if they had not put her in the morpher set and done the core Dino Thunder 3 like they did with the Ninja Storm, then I would have been cool with this key being a thing because it's actually kind of a neat color. But now the only key that is unique to this, that is new, which is probably one of my favorite suit designs, is the White Ranger key from Dino Thunder, the White Drago Ranger here. Cool looking key, he looks kind of keyish? I don't know what I was going to say there. I had a train of thought and then it left the station. Alright, so that's cool. I'm happy to have that key. But that's the only really unique key, I mean, uniquely new key. Alright, Operation Overdrive here. Now we got the Mercury Ranger here. Like with silver and all the other metallic ones, it's got a really nice metallic shine to it, if you can see, which is nice. So it's a pretty nice key. Easily the best part of this set. Boom. There's key mode.
Operation Overdrive.
We got like smothered out there at the end. Alright, and then we got another unique one, which is the Yellow Ranger. Her helmet looks super squished there. Not her helmet, but her visor. But see, this one, another one, been so easy. Instead of giving us translucent red, why not give us pink? It would have been so easy. It's just, it was like just like a smidge off of being perfection. So then instead of getting pink to complete the team, we get a translucent Red Ranger here. Not even the fun glittery kind, guys. At least give us the fun glittery strip club Rangers. On this one, I believe this is the one, my first ever one that had a sticker peeling off of it when I got it. Oh, excuse me. I was like attacked by a hiccup burp. It was weird. But yeah, that's the first ever one I've had that problem with. I don't know how many people have had that. I know I've heard of the legs flopping off, but not about that. Alright, Jungle Fury. Here we've got a translucent yellow, which I think is an interesting choice, just because they seem to not want to do a lot of the females to complete the teams, but then they do a translucent yellow, so that's an interesting choice for sure. I would love to know, with this and just with a lot of other things, what Bandai was thinking in terms of their decisions. To be honest, I mainly want to know what their strategy is with figure art releases, like for real. That's the most random stuff ever. Like what do they decide becomes an exclusive, when it's released, where's G3 mild? Okay, this one, they just not want to cooperate at all. But they essentially knocked over the two guys we're going to be going over. So, Lily, you're in timeout. Okay. So, for this one, you get the 2 extra Rangers. Now, here you have Jungle Fury Wolf Ranger translucent version. Now, this is the first, it's different, but it's the first massive release for this one, as opposed to the other 3 ones which I mentioned before, which were all exclusives to that special Ranger key, or Legendary Morpher set. This key, or at least a version of it, was originally a Power Morphicon exclusive, the difference being it wasn't translucent, it was a solid color. So I think it's kind of neat, I guess, I'm not really mad about it, for people to be able to get something that weren't able to go to Morphicon or pay for it, whatever. But I think it's interesting that they thought it was cool to essentially just give us a translucent version of a key that was an exclusive for a convention, but they didn't think it was okay to potentially give us like a translucent Quantum Ranger, or maybe a really weird translucent Silver Ranger, even though he's silver. It wouldn't have been the same, but I think it would have been a chance to let people complete their teams without having to buy that set. But yeah, that bothers me. Here in a couple minutes when I'm done going over the keys, I'll go on a little mini rant in my... Did I do Jungle Fury? I'm sorry, guys. See, I get going talking and I go on autopilot. Fun fact, when I go on autopilot, I start just demoing Ranger keys. That's really awkward in real life. Like, I'll be talking to somebody about what was on TV last night, all of a sudden it's just like pulling out Ranger keys. It's really weird. Alright, now we got the Rhino Ranger. So another key I'm happy about because it's another one of my favorite designs. And another unique key for me that I don't have. So, and it's a pretty good, it's a pretty good looking one at that. I don't know why. I was like almost Bill Cosby for a second. Which is not who you want to be right now. He's going through some stuff, guys. I don't know what's going on. What happened? He used to be safe. I don't know why I'm bringing up Bill Cosby in this review. My reviews get really strange. I'm telling you. I don't know. If you've watched me, you know. Like, I could go mention anything from an actual Power Rangers reference to Cruel Intentions. Alright, we're just going to bring all you guys over, because you're just going to fall over. Alright, Samurai Key Pack B. We got another translucent red, which could have very easily been a Lauren key. I think it's just, there was so many just small little moves they could have made. Samurai. He kind of says it like Antonio did. Dud? I think that's the last sound demo. Woohoo! That was a really, like, you know, subdued woohoo. I was like, woohoo. Okay, then we have Samurai Pink here, who's looking a little pudgy. I don't know why I said that funny. I guess they're all kind of that proportion, but this one in particular just looks kind of pudgy. Yes, you do look fat in those clothes. No. I mean, no, that's true. I don't mean no, because it's true. She does. In that Ranger key. Alright, and then we have one of my favorites, Antonio Gold Power. So, that's just, I just have to say that whenever I talk about him. Again, nice metallic finish on him. This one has like 6 Rangers in it, and they all have nice metallic finishes. So it's a good looking Ranger key. I like it. The Japanese version was a subdued, more like almost a brown color. Not brown, but I don't know how to describe it. It definitely wasn't shiny. It did not reflect the reflective color of these types of Rangers. Okay, so that's it for all the demos and looks at all of these. Okay, so here's the thing. A little rant. Like, I mentioned it kind of every now and then throughout the demo, but these were so close to being complete. Now, if you watch my earlier Ranger Key reviews, I really wasn't that mad about not getting complete teams, because even if they had just gone with the original waves, we were still getting more than Japan did. Now, but because they decided to do this, I'm not really overwhelmingly upset about it. It's not like I demand more key packs. I just think it's frustrating that they were so close to completing it. Like simply just including the other female in certain of these other packs could have given us a complete team. Something like Samurai over here, who's off camera, Red. I mean, the Lauren key is kind of stupid because it's essentially just a Red Ranger key with a line on there for the skirt. But still, it was such a simple, like, just one more tiny move you could have given us to be complete. So that's what I think is frustrating. I'm kind of so over Ranger keys in a lot of ways at this point that I'm not really upset about not having complete teams for my collection. It's more of a frustration at the logic of it. I think a lot of just very small moves could have been made to complete this, which is frustrating. It's also worth noting there's no Lightspeed Rescue second key pack unless that's on the horizon, but so that'll probably upset some Lightspeed fans. And I mentioned a couple times the Silver Space, Quantum Time Force, and Yellow Dino Thunder were part of that exclusive Legendary Morpher set, so they did not get any kind of treatment here. And I just think it's kind of interesting that, I don't know how much the key packs are going for that was the exclusive with Wolf Ranger and Titanium Ranger, but I would rather pick that up to get a key that I couldn't get anywhere else than have to buy another Morpher with that key set, even though they've gone on crazy on sale. So I think it's interesting that they didn't want to touch those, but they touched another exclusive. Like I said, I don't know the logic behind it. But anyway, that's enough ranting. Hopefully it's one of the last times I have to rant about Ranger keys. But overall, this wave is definitely, as a whole, is definitely not as cool as the last wave. The last wave was probably my favorite. It was pretty cool. Lots of unique releases. This one, I definitely don't recommend these. There's really nothing special to them. But for the 6 Ranger ones where you get some unique ones, I can recommend them to fill out your collection. I think it's a disappointing wave in terms of the fact that they were really close to giving us more keys. So not quite as cool as the last wave. I would pick up some of the ones that have some unique 6 Ranger releases, but go ahead and pass on the duplicate in Space and Time Force ones, which are practically just nothing. I mean, you do have like the girls and stuff, but if you had to pick and choose, if you're not you know, gonna get all of them, just go for the 6 Ranger ones. It's just it's frustrating because they were just one off from completing the teams. But anyway, that's about it. Until next time, make sure you check out the Crazy Podcast at writersrangersrambles.com. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, and hopefully the last time for Ranger Keys, it's Dawson Ryder, signing out.